Great idea, by the way, and I have to say this is what inspired my sandbag carry. So I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing this month, I've said it enough, but the reason I'm carrying the sandbag is because I went to one of the carry the weight events and I was like, okay, I'm doing this in November, let me make it a little bit harder. How you kind of use the metaphor of the sandbag is in that invisible weight. I thought that's a great idea, so that inspired me.
Yeah, it really took off as a concept, and I think because it had like the team element of it as well, because carrying sandbags heavy, as you know, it's hard work. Like carrying that over 5k on your own is hard work. So then suddenly actually now having that as a team, and then what we did with Carry the Weight, we made it very like, it was like military based when we were like doing chants and shouting and stuff as we were going through the run. So it instantly brought people together rather than a run club where nobody really knows each other and like we're all kind of there, but it actually just made it so much more intimate straight away.
And how many events have you done so far?
We've done 3, and Ben's doing one this month in Australia.
I seen that on Instagram. When I seen him post, I was like, oh yes, and then I realised where it was, and I was like, no, I'm gutted.
We are putting plans together for a 4th one. We're just trying to confirm a few different venues, but with the way that we are, we want to go bigger, better, try and reach more guys and try and do not cooler things, but more connected things.
How important is connection?
So important. If you don't have that connection, you can't talk, which is what we're just talking about there. And to feel connected is when you're able to then talk about those more difficult things, but it's difficult to establish that connection, to establish that like psychological safety between 2 or 3 people when you're talking.
And you've got the WhatsApp group, right? So at least people they've got them touch points in between the events and stuff to build that relationship. And I've met loads of guys at the event and I still speak to them and they want to come and join me for runs and stuff, so it's worked what you're doing, which is good.
Honestly, it baffles me. Like it started off as just a thing in Manchester. I'll message my friends, Ben messages network, and we'll see if we can get any more traction on social media. And then we've done these 2 or 3 events. We've had people come from Essex, Cornwall, Newcastle, Scotland. I'm like, how'd you find out? Oh yeah, we just saw it on social media. I was like, you mean you've driven 5-6 hours to come run 5k? Obviously it's more than that to them, it's so much more than that, but like that's one of those moments you were saying before about like reflection and like the impact that you're having. But then again with the WhatsApp group, what I love to see is that, again, wide range of age groups, maybe like 16, 17, all the way up until, 60s. A lad that actually used to coach popped a message in, was like, having this problem in this friendship group, it feels a little bit toxic, this or that. Suddenly you've got 15 guys messaging their point of view, and you've got someone that's old enough to be my granddad messaging someone that's old enough to be his best mate, and then you just got all these different world views, and it's like, but it was amazing to see that, being able to connect. But like, that's going back to connecting with someone that's like, you're the same age as my dad, but I can connect with you actually as a friend because we've got mutual and shared interests in promoting positive men's mental health, fitness, health, wellness.
And how much do you think the sandbag and that military style really spoke to men?
I think it spoke well, because if we'd said, okay, we're going to do an event and we're just going to come together and we're going to have coffee, probably would have had nobody turn up. But because it was, okay, let's run 5k and let's carry a sandbag. I think the sandbag was like something, okay, that sounds quite hard. And that's something that I don't mind going to like hang my hat on and go and do.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, click here to get the full episode, and don't forget to subscribe.